scrapbook layout for the Mini Kit Monday Challenge. And if y'all are interested in participating, head on over to the Facebook group. I will leave a link in the description below for that group. You can just click the link and request to join and you'll get added to the group. And you can post your kit there and also pictures of your layouts. So I've created 2 videos for this series so far. The first one was the kit reveal, and then the second video was building a page kit from that larger kit for this layout, which is layout number 1. The inspiration for this month's Mini Kit Monday was provided by Kathy, and she gave us this mood board with these colorful buildings, and I just think that the colors are just beautiful. And so I'm really excited to be working with this particular challenge. So I'm going to start off by working on my title, and I'm going to use these multicolor thickers, and I think these are so cute and it really suits the pictures that I'm using for this layout. So I'm going to spend quite a bit of time trying to go through and pick out letters that have the different colors so that I make sure that I don't end up with 2 letters that are the same color that are right next to each other. So I'm really happy that I decided to create a page kit for this layout from my larger kit that I built for this Mini Kit Monday series, because it really did help me to complete this layout much quicker, and I think I'm going to go ahead and create page kits for the rest of my layouts for this challenge. Okay, so I'm going to just cut these pictures down, and I decided that I was only going to use the larger picture of my niece in the swing because those pictures were identical. The smaller picture, I think I just printed those out so I would have a choice of sizes of pictures, and I just decided to go with these 2 and make an L design. And I also was kind of thinking about using that white cardstock there, and I really just fell in love with this paper that had those little plus signs in all different colors, and it almost reminded me kind of the sky, like a starry sky, or just really a colorful sky. And then the pink was kind of made it look like that part of the layout was the ground, and so I thought that was kind of a cool effect, and I decided to go with that paper as my background instead of the white. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here is to mat my pictures, and I'm using these We Are Memory Keepers layering guides, and I'm going to create a 1/8 inch mat all the way around this picture using this white cardstock. And I did decide to mat my pictures twice. I matted them first with the white cardstock, and then I did do another mat behind it with the green, that bright green color cardstock. And for that mat, I used a 1/16 inch layering guide. These layering guides are one of my favorite tools in my craft room, and I probably use them every time I scrapbook. I just really love using them. They do take a little bit of practice to get used to them. And I had one of my viewers ask me for some tips on using these layering guides, and so I am working on a video kind of to share some of my tips and how to use these. So hopefully I'm going to have that up on my channel sometime in the next week. Okay, so I'm just going to finish up here with getting these mats done. Now, I would have had a really hard time with creating mats like this if I would have used my paper trimmer, and so I think using these layering guides gives me better control, and I can get a more even mat around my pictures. Okay, so now that I have my pictures matted, I'm going to work on the design for this layout. And I do like to play around with my papers just to see what I can do with the different papers that I have there. And I do decide that I do like the paper with the pluses at the top. It did kind of remind me of the sky, so a colorful sky, but yeah, it did remind me of the sky. And she was outside playing, and so I thought that was kind of a cute design to have that paper up there at the top. So I did decide I wanted to see more of the paper with the little plus signs than the paper with the pink. And so I'm going to make this piece 7 inches, and I'm going to put that on the top part of my layout. And I really did think that was really cute. And I put that border strip across the middle, and it kind of separates the 2 papers there. Now I did decide I didn't want to use that washi tape. I didn't really think that I needed it. I really loved that strip of that border strip that I was using with the stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this lined up, and I pulled out my T-square ruler and was trying to use that, and then I realized that the paper that I had with that pink paper down there actually had a design that would allow me to just line it up with the paper. So that's what I ended up doing. But I do love using the T-square ruler. Sometimes it kind of gives me a little bit of trouble, but I do love using that to get things lined up. But sometimes if you have a paper that's a grid or it has a pattern that you can line up with, then that's probably a little bit easier than using the ruler. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my title onto this layout. And I was a little bit concerned with making sure that the title stood out enough from the background. So I do go back and change these letters a few times, just trying to make sure that I have colors that stand out against the background. And I also did change out the G in the word hanging and just added an apostrophe there at the end because I thought that was a little cuter for this particular layout. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start working with my embellishments. And I really did love this chipboard sun that said, "Oh, happy day." I just thought that was cute, and I put it up there at the top, kind of like it was the sun in the sky. And I tried out a couple of paper clips, but I couldn't get any of these paper clips to work on my layout. I think I tried this one, which has the little yellow hearts, and I also tried a couple other ones later, but the layout didn't really, sometimes you just don't have anything to attach a paper clip to. And sometimes the paper clips are going in the wrong direction. So for instance, that particular paper clip, you can only put it on the layout either going towards the right or going towards the top or the bottom. You can't really use it going the other way because it would be upside down. So anyway, so I'm going to go back here again and start fooling around with these letters. And I think working with this set of thickers was one of the most challenging things on this layout because it was difficult because I had to make sure that the colors stood out enough against the background, but also that I didn't use the same color next to each other. And it does make it a little bit more difficult to use these letters because they're all different colors. At least for me it does. But I really love this set of thickers, and I think they're perfect for this layout. So I was okay with spending the extra time trying to get the title just right. Okay, so now I'm going to look through some of these ephemera packs and just kind of see what I have here that would work on this layout. And I was really surprised that I didn't find more in this ephemera pack from Dear Lizzie's New Day collection. I did find a couple of frames that I'm going to use, but most of the other embellishments in there didn't really suit this layout. Even though the colors matched, there just wasn't a lot here that went with the mood and feel of this layout. So the next thing I'm going to look through here are these stickers that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And these are called puffy stickers, but they almost look like stained glass, and they're really cool. And I have a set with birds and then another set that has little snails. And I am going to use a few of those on this layout. But first I'm going to look through these journaling spots. This came from the Paige Evans Truly Grateful collection, and I did kind of look through here, and I didn't find much in there either, but I did pull out one little journaling card that had the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was kind of like in a rainbow stripe pattern, and it's that little card right there, and I'm going to just tuck it behind that picture. And I thought that really was a really cute addition to this layout. Because I couldn't find much in these ephemera packs, I'm going to pull out these papers and do some fussy cutting, and I'm going to cut out several of these little frames. I thought this paper was really cute, and I thought the colors matched perfectly with the other papers in my layout. So this paper is from Pink Fresh Studios' Joyful Day collection, and I'm going to layer these little frames along with the frames that I pulled from the Dear Lizzie New Day collection, and I did cut those frames apart, and I used half of the pink frame at the top of the photo, and I put the other half at the bottom, and then I cut that blue frame in half and used it half under the picture on the right and half under the picture on the left, and then just kind of layered all of those frames below and above the pictures. So now that I have the foundation for my clusters, I'm going to start working on adding some additional embellishments, and I'm going to add some of these little bird stickers. I think they're so adorable. And because the birds are facing either left or right, you know, kind of was limited to where I could place them, but I am going to put two of those little birds on my layout. And I also I'm going to put a snail on there as well. I did actually have a couple of embellishments that I punched out with a circle punch, but I'm not going to use any of those on my layout. I am going to add these flowers that I pulled into my page kit, and I'm going to put those up on some foam tape. And I love adding dimension to my layout because I think it gives the layout so much more interest because as you build the layers, they're at different levels. So I'm going to go back to the sticker sheet and pull a couple of more word stickers out that have the rainbow colors. And I did add to each one of the clusters, I added one of those little word stickers. And I thought that was really cute. I almost think that this layout was kind of interesting in the way that the clusters turned out because I kind of had a small mini cluster or mini triangle around the three photos, and then I had a larger triangle if you included the bird next to the title and go across. It created like almost two triangles, so it was kind of an interesting you know, kind of look, and I really liked the way that my clusters came out. So when I was gluing everything down, I misplaced that one little journaling card that I had with the little numbers. And so I did end up finding that, and now I'm going to try to get it underneath these layers that I had already stuck down. And I did manage to get it in there. I had to cut it apart though because the picture was stuck down and it just wouldn't go all the way under the picture, but I think that worked out okay. So I'm just going to be adding a few more things to this layout to kind of finish it off. And I did kind of struggle a little bit with that placement of that pink flower because it just didn't look right there. And then the label that was next to it just kind of looked blank. So I was trying to figure out like how could I fill in that spot, and I tried out a few of these little snails, but yeah, I didn't really like how any of that looked. And eventually I'm just going to move that flower over, and I thought that worked out so much better. So I'm going to get out these puffy stickers. This is from the Chamel collection, Little by Little, and I did end up pulling out one of the little cameras there. I think it was a pink one, and I added it there at the bottom. So I really love using those little puffy stickers, but sometimes I have a hard time using those and getting them to look right on the layout. So yeah, I was happy to be able to get one of those on there. And I'm just trying to straighten that out. It was crooked, so I'm just putting all of that back together. And I'm going to add that little pink camera there. I think I tried it a couple of different colors and I decided on the pink one. So I also looked through this enamel shape set from Vicki Boutin, and I did pull out one that had the word love on it, and I thought about using that, but I just didn't like how it looked with the layout. So I'm going to end up not using anything from that set of enamel stickers, but I am going to pull in some enamel dots in 3 different colors. I ended up using yellow, orange, and green. And I'm just going to scatter those around the layout. I like using 3 different colors. I'm not really sure why, but I just got into this thing where I use 3 different colors in each cluster, and I alternate the size. So I'll use like a large yellow on one cluster, and then a medium yellow on another cluster, and then the small yellow, the tiny one, on the 3rd cluster. And you know, just kind of mix it up as far as the shape and also the color. I also like tucking the enamel dots underneath things or putting them in places where I have things that overlap. So like where the border paper meets the, you know, the other paper, or where, you know, a die, it just kind of like overlapping things. Because I think that it kind of, when you connect things, it makes your clusters look more like they belong together. And I think overlapping your embellishments and even your enamel dots can make things look more cohesive. So I did try out a few more paper clips, and nothing that I tried there looked like it went. I tried a few wood veneers and that didn't go. I was just looking for something to fill in that space there where I had that label, and I ended up deciding that I would just move the flower over so it was on top of the picture. There was kind of a blank space there on the top left-hand corner of that picture anyway, And I'm just going to see what else I can put there. And I thought about adding a snail right there, but it was going in the wrong direction, so I decided to pick a different snail. And I just love those little stickers from the Dollar Tree, but for some reason it just didn't look right there, so I just going to go ahead and leave that out and not put anything there. I just decided to kind of rearrange the layers so that the number 1, 2, 3, 4 was on the top, and it looked more finished in that corner where those labels and that journaling card overlapped each other. And I just think that I loved adding that journaling card with the numbers. I just think that it was so cute because it kind of repeated the pattern in that stripe that was in the border strip. And I just think that it added so much character to this layout. So I think that's about it. So I really had a lot of fun working with this page kit to create this layout, and I'm super excited to see what the other ladies from Mini Kit Monday are going to do with their kits. So please be sure to check out their channels, and I will have links in the description below to everyone's channel, including the other guest designer, Kelly Oblick. I also wanted to mention that I have a short video clip of my 2 dogs, Bella and Lilybell, eating strawberries for the first time. So if you're interested in that, please be sure to stick around to the end. And I'm really looking forward to creating the other layouts using this kit. I think this process has been so much fun, and I hope y'all are enjoying it. And that's all I have for this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe. And I'd love to have you join my channel. So y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye now. Hey girls, what y'all doing? Are y'all gonna help me in the kitchen? I'm cooking spaghetti. Yeah, and I'm cutting up strawberries. You like strawberries, Bella? Would you like to try a strawberry? Can you sit? Good girls. I know, I'm going to give you a strawberry. Okay, Bella first. Here you go. Ooh, is it good? Okay, Miss Lilybell, you get one too. Yummy. Y'all have never had strawberries before, huh? I've tried to feed y'all all kinds of fruits, but this is the first one you like except for bananas. They like bananas. Would you like these strawberries? These are from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. That's right, and they're good. So they're sweet and they don't even have sugar. So some sweet strawberries for my sweet girls. Y'all are so good. You need a bath though. Y'all are kind of stinky. I'm going to give you a bath today. Down. Good job, Lilybell. Bella. Down. Good girl. What else can you do? Can you do more tricks? I'll just keep getting closer and closer. Can you speak? Oh, that's a down. That's not a speak. Can you speak? Say woof woof. Woof woof. That's a sneeze. That's not a speak. Y'all are funny. They want more strawberries. You want more strawberries? Can you say something? Y'all are funny. Okay, more strawberries. Down. Good job. Okay, B. Oops, you get one. Down. Bella. Good girl. Can you speak? Say woof. Woof. Say something. Can you speak? Sometimes I think we gotta get Bella's engine going before she starts talking. Come on, Miss B. Oh, y'all crack me up. They sure do like these strawberries. Here you go. Whoops. I dropped it. Okay, Lilybell. Last one. I'm going to give y'all one more, but you got to do something for it, okay? What you going to do? Can you down? Good job. Down. Good girls! Yay! Alright, last one. Probably a lot of sugar in these strawberries, so I don't know if y'all should be having this many, but it was sure fun watching y'all eat it. Okay, so now we got to put the rest in the freezer. Okay? I'm going to use them later to make something, so got to get them put away. Did y'all like the strawberries? Were they good? Do you want more? Okay, one more. Down. Down. Good job, Louisville. Bella, speak. 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 Good enough. That's it. All gone. No more. It's all gone. There's no more. Okay, well, say bye now. Bye.